Today we're going to learn about sequences and series. A sequence is simply a list of numbers. And there are two ways that we're going to categorize them. The first kind of sequence or list is an arithmetic sequence. Those are lists of numbers whose pattern is one of constant addition. The other kind is a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence is a list of numbers whose pattern is constant multiplication. There are two ways that we can write the formulas for a sequence. The first kind is called explicit formula. This is a formula written in terms of n, where n is the term's location, meaning if you see n equals 1 or a sub 1, that means we're looking for the first term. The other kind is a recursive formula. This is an expression containing the previous term. So in order to figure out, say, the third term, you would need to know what the second term was. An explicit formula is composed of two things. It's composed of an initial value and the pattern. Let's take a look at the formulas. For an arithmetic sequence, you have your initial value and your pattern. This is called the common difference. For an arithmetic sequence, the name of the pattern is the common difference. A geometric sequence, its explicit formula is also composed of the initial value and the pattern. In a geometric sequence, that pattern is called the common ratio. Let's take a look at how to actually use the explicit formula. Let's look at sequence number 1. My initial value is 36. My pattern is to add 3. Since I'm adding, it's going to be an arithmetic sequence. So I'm going to use this formula. So let me write it as a sub n equals my initial value plus my difference times n minus 1. Here's my initial value. Here's my pattern, my common difference. Let's take a look at number 2. My initial value is 3, and my pattern is to multiply by 4. Since it's multiplication, it's geometric. So I'm going to use the second formula. A sub n equals my initial value times my common ratio of 4 to the n minus 1 power. Once again, here's my initial value. Here's my pattern, my common ratio. Number 3, here's my initial value. I'm not sure what my pattern is, so let me double check. Let me see if I'm adding by something consistent. Let's see, 200 plus something equals negative 40. Let's see if I'm adding by 240 to move from negative 4 to 8. No, I'm not. So this is not arithmetic. It looks like I'm probably multiplying. Let's do negative 40 divided by 200. And see, I get negative 1/5. Now if I do 8 divided by negative 40, sweet, I get the same thing. So my pattern is multiply by negative 1/5. This is geometric. So I'm going to write my formula. A sub n equals 200 times negative 1/5 to the n minus 1 power. Here's my initial value, here's my pattern, my common ratio. Last one, initial value is 21. My pattern is to subtract 10. Since I'm adding, in this case adding a negative number, it's arithmetic. So I'm going to write a sub n equals 21 minus 10 times n minus 1. Here, once again, I have my initial value and my pattern, my common difference. To summarize, there's two ways to categorize our sequences or our lists. You can categorize them as arithmetic or geometric. Arithmetic means constant addition. Geometric means constant multiplication. And there's two ways to write the formulas, either explicitly, which we learned today, or recursively, which we'll learn later this week.